Good morning, and welcome to the new dawn. Welcome to the new horizon, the new season, the new perspective, the new opportunity, the fresh opportunity to move from the locations where we have failed to the locations where we will not just succeed, but where we will thrive. We are grateful that you are back with us on day 37 for affirmation number 37 in the 40 days series entitled Affirmations That Matter. Affirmation 37 is: today I encourage empathy, compassion, and emotional repair. Affirmation 37 is: today I encourage empathy, compassion, and emotional repair. To get to emotional repair, we need to go through empathy and compassion. To get to compassion, we need to first stop at the door of empathy. And to decide to get to the door of empathy, we need to embrace ourselves. When we embrace who we are, we can stand beside other humans like ourselves. Not to compare our capacities to do different things, but to stand beside, in support of, to experience a sorrow as would other human beings, to walk in the moccasins, as we would say, in the shoes of other human beings, to experience humanity, to embrace humanity, because we understand we are humans. We are humans together. We experience hurt, different types of hurt, same types of hurt sometimes, but we all experience hurt. We all experience happiness. We all experience the different seasons of the year. We go through similar experiences, though uniquely structured. Not structured by my hands, not structured by our hands, but seasons that are structured by the universe in which we live. Within those seasons are the beliefs that we hold on how to live out our lives, how best to manifest our beliefs, how best to enjoy the time that we have to live, which is called our lifetime. So we begin with embracing all of those limitations, for we are mortal. And we do have a time span. We do have a time limit. We begin with embracing those limitations, the possibility of grieving, the possibilities of happiness, joys, and sorrows, the possibilities of grieving. We embrace all of those possibilities. And we begin to walk towards empathy with the intention to embrace empathy and to begin to live with and to express empathy. Empathy towards others. We are able to be empathetic because we understand what humanity is. We are able to be empathetic because we understand humanity and the frailties of humans, the flaws that exist in us all, though expressed differently in different ways, on different days, in different months, in different years, but our flaws are evident nonetheless. And at some point in time, we must be empathetic to someone else. But there is something about being empathetic to someone if we don't know how to embrace ourselves. It's going to be difficult to do so. If we are hard on ourselves, unnecessarily hard on ourselves, bitter with ourselves, if we self-hate, self-sabotage, if we self-reject, if we self-isolate, it's going to be difficult to be empathetic towards, to express empathy towards someone else. Because the thought may quickly be, oh, that person deserves it. Oh, it should really have happened. I don't know why it took so long to happen. oh, I don't deserve this. This should not happen to me at all. It should happen to someone else, not me. The lack of empathy, the lack of sorrow when someone grieves, because we are so much better than they are. They should experience the challenges of life, and we should be immune. We should get immune from them, from those challenges. So we begin with the embracing of ourselves, walk towards the door of empathy, but empathy cannot be expressed outside of compassion, because empathy is the brother of compassion. Empathy is the envelope in which compassion is served. Empathy is a manifestation of compassion. Compassion and empathy walk hand in hand along as they develop, because they are siblings. How we demonstrate compassion when we ourselves are flawed? How do we get to do that? Is there even is there a way to do it? Is there a right way to do it? Well, we all can express compassion differently, but we express compassion nonetheless. We express compassion when we feel sorrow, when we express happiness, when we express congratulations, when we express joy over what someone else achieved, how well someone else is doing on birthdays and all of those wonderful experiences, those seasons. We express compassion, joy, happiness, embrace at all of those times, simply because we can empathize with a fellow human. We can embrace them as fellow humans, but even more so, we can embrace and celebrate them because we understand we all do have limitations on the thing called life, that experience called life. So we begin with ourselves, stopping at the door of empathy, embracing empathy, and not forgetting that we need to walk in sync with compassion. So we are compassionate people. We understand that others will hurt us at some time. At some point, those we love will disappoint us. It may not be a life-threatening disappointment, but a disappointment is a disappointment. At some time, those we love will be in need of our forgiveness. Those whom we love, we will have to forgive, and those who love us will have to forgive us. The relationship between empathy and compassion cannot be divorced. They walk hand in hand because they are siblings. They are divine siblings. They are universal siblings. They are spiritual siblings. We need them in order for us to complete our destiny. For when we are empathetic, we can be compassionate towards others, and we can repair who we are. For as we discover the flaws in us, how best can we do it but to be compassionate towards ourselves, to be empathetic towards ourselves? For much of our lives, we've been told we need to be compassionate towards others. We need to express empathy towards others. We need to work on providing support for the emotional challenges that others are having. I want to bring in the principle of empathy for ourselves, the principle of compassion towards ourselves, and the principle of emotional repair for ourselves. So we do for others as we would like to do for ourselves, as we need to do for ourselves. As we do for ourselves, we are in a better position. We are more equipped. We are a lot more mature to help someone else. So we don't only help tangibly, but we are able to help emotionally because we have repaired ourselves. We've taken time to assess who we are and have been able to go through the repairing process. And the repairing process does not end. It continues as long as we live because we continue to express empathy, we continue to be compassionate, and we continue to grow. We become better versions of ourselves. And that's what today is about. Today, I encourage empathy, compassion, and emotional repair. There should never be a time when you are satisfied you have arrived in your personal development, in your spiritual maturity, in your emotional stability. There's never a time when you should say, I have arrived. There's always the evolving and the bettering of who we are, so that we are better able to meet the needs of the communities we are part of, the relationships we get into, the challenges that we face, to manage the bombardments that come from different angles. We are grateful that you stopped by today. And so I need us all to affirm today we will encourage empathy, compassion, and emotional repair. We will see you again on day 38. Do have a fantastic Saturday.